Once again, the James Caldwell High School varsity cheerleaders. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please focus your attention to midfield, where Athletic Director Mr. Dan Romano has a very special presentation.
Thank you. It is such a pleasure to be a part of this ceremony tonight. I'd like to thank all those that are on the field behind me in support of this great man, Mr. Ron Sanfilippo. With us here tonight, we have family, coaches, former players, Board of Education members, and various athletic directors from all over the state. All of you attending tonight speaks volumes about how amazing this man really is. Thank you all for being here tonight. The communities of Caldwell and West Caldwell are proud communities with great tradition. The person that we are honoring tonight, Mr. Ron Sanfilippo, has created and been a large part of those traditions. About 7 years ago, our superintendent, Dr. James Heinig, along with the Board of Education and myself, created something we call Legends Park. Legends Park was to be modeled after Monument Park at Yankee Stadium, where we try to pay tribute and remember forever the true legends of Caldwell athletics. Our Legends Park is proudly displayed at the east end of the field, just to the left of the snack bar. When you get a moment, do yourself a favor and check this out. It's awesome. Let me read the description of what Legends Park is meant to be. Legends Park is reserved for the best of the best in Grover Cleveland / James Caldwell High School athletics. Its mission is not to serve as a Hall of Fame for athletes, but rather to honor those who have made significant contributions to Caldwell athletics. Membership in this exclusive club shall be limited to those who have positively affected countless athletes over many years and who have permanently changed the face of Caldwell athletics. Currently, we have 4 plaques representing members of Legends Park. They are Coach Ken Trimmer, Harris E. Chief Bonnell, Coach Andy Durbrow, and Mike and Mark Teshkoyan. Both Ken Trimmer and Mike Teshkoyan are here with us tonight. Give us a wave. There you go. It is our pleasure, in a moment, we will add a fifth member to this exclusive club, Mr. Ron Sanfilippo. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Jeff Edwards, longtime teacher, coach, and graduate here at James Caldwell High School. Jeff?
Good evening. A little over 49 years ago, the man who this field is named after, Chief Bunnell, retired from Caldwell High School as athletic director, and now we had a void. We were getting rid of a legend at the position of director of athletics. Well, you never know what you're going to get. So they went out, search committee, I suppose, went out, and they found this young guy out of Kane College, baseball, football coach, and they hired him. So now it's like, okay, what do we get ourselves into? Well, I got to tell you, that search committee, they didn't hit a home run, they hit a grand slam. Over the next 28 years, the James Caldwell High School programs have excelled under his guidance and leadership. The number of conference and state championships are too numerous to name. But while we were having athletic success, our students and coaches always did it the right way, with class and sportsmanship and dignity. In other words, the Ron Sanfilippo way. Coach's organizational skills were unbelievable. He had a long-range plan for each of the teams in terms of equipment, playing space, and he served it the best. Our athletes always had excellent equipment and playing facilities to play on because the kids were number one. They were the ones that he was running the program for, and he made sure they had the best. And that didn't matter whether it was varsity, it went right through the freshman program. Our freshman teams always played a full schedule and had nice uniforms, and not every school that we were competing against could say those things. Since his hiring in 1975, Caldwell has belonged to 3 conferences. We started in the Suburban Conference, then we moved into the Northern Hills Conference, followed by our present Super Essex. Coach has been one of the main leaders in the running of all 3 of those leagues. Sorry, this is page 2 of 25. Coach has earned numerous awards from the county, the state, and national levels for his excellence as the director of athletics. The highest praise, if you ask the other athletic directors he worked with, who is the guy or guys who are the most responsible for the success of the different leagues that we've participated in, Ron Sanfilippo's name would be one of the first mentioned. I got to see firsthand how the master did it. He had an open door policy with his staff. I'm sure there were many times he went to the principals and requested that myself and guys like Frank, David, and whatever had extra classes so we couldn't make use of that open door policy. We were in that office so much. But when you were sitting in his office and watching and listening to what was going on, you saw how a rough job and a tough job as an athletic director, he made it look like it was a breeze. He was a great leader to work for. He was a great mentor for all of us if we had questions, complaints, or issues came up. He's a great friend. I always enjoyed all the stories that we told, and we solved more of the world's problems when we were in his office killing some time. Nancy, Sharon, Ron, thank you for sharing your husband, your dad, with the rest of us here at Caldwell. I always knew when I was sitting in that office, shooting the breeze, that I was in the same room as a legend. Coach, tonight, everyone here knows you're that legend. Congratulations on your induction. Well deserved.
Thank you, Jeff. That was great. I previously talked about how important tradition was to our communities. Think of this. From 1934 to 2004, that's 70 years, Caldwell Athletics has had 2 athletic directors. Chief Bonnell, whom this field is named after, and Ron Sanfilippo. Absolutely amazing. Let me tell you a few things about this great man, Mr. Ron Sanfilippo. He's had 53 years of college and high school administration. He expanded our athletic programs here at Caldwell 30%, and female athletics by 50% over his tenure. Ron is a member of the Belleville and Caldwell Hall of Fame. He's a member of the New Jersey Athletic Directors Hall of Fame. Ron is a recipient of 18 state and national awards. 18. Ron Sanfilippo was selected as the National Athletic Director of the Year. Ron is the co-founder of the Super Essex Conference and the Super Football Conference. Ron has been a councilman, a mayor, and the president of a board of education. And do you know what he says is the most rewarding? Being a chief. Being a chief. And he stands by our motto, once a chief, always a chief. Amazing man. Absolutely amazing. And now, to formally induct Mr. Ron Sanfilippo into Legends Park, it is my pleasure to introduce the president of the Caldwell West Caldwell Board of Education, Mrs. Julianne Grosso.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chiefs, it is my honor and my privilege to formally induct the Honorable Ron Sanfilippo into Legends Park. You are once a chief, always a chief, and now forever a chief. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. Grosso. Ladies and gentlemen, please get on your feet to welcome and congratulate our newest member to Legends Park, Mr. Ron Sanfilippo. It's all yours. Absolutely. At this time, I'm going to introduce Sharon, Ron's daughter.
Thank you. So I'm speaking on my dad's behalf. This speech was written by him, so I'm going to read it as he wrote it. I would first like to thank those responsible who have bestowed this honor upon me which has placed my plaque with 5 other legends. I am humbled and honored. Thank you to Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Chris Conklin, and the Caldwell West Caldwell Board of Education and President Julianne Grosso for having the faith in me by honoring me to have my plaque hung next to the 5 other legends. And thank you to Jeff Edwards for agreeing to speak on my behalf and saying all those kind words. I would be remiss if I did not sincerely thank Dan Romano, who has an enormous amount of patience in dealing with me. Thank you, Dan. I thank all of you who are here this evening for sharing this wonderful moment with me. But I would personally like to thank the many people who have made this possible for me. I thank my family who provided support throughout the years. Sometimes it was not easy, but we did it together. A thank you is extended out to my familia di amici, my many friends, family of friends, who gave of their time this evening to share this induction with me. 60 years ago, I thought the place to be was in college coaching. After 11 years, I realized the satisfaction was not in college, but in high school sports. I decided to embark on a high school sports, and the road led to James Caldwell High School in 1975. Nothing could have been better. This honor would never have been bestowed upon me without the help of certain groups, since without their support, programs fail. We were fortunate to have an enormous number of dedicated people on our coaching staffs for those years. So I thank you. Our student athletes are our main ingredient, and we're cognizant that their mission was not only to comport themselves to be committed to attain excellence and be good teammates and leaders, but to represent their school, team, community in a family, in a matter everyone could be proud of. I would be remiss not to thank our parents and fans that for the most part were extremely supportive of our program. That equates to a healthy situation. My goal was to have our student athletes represent themselves, programs, school, and their community well. I believe they succeeded in that endeavor. Most enjoyable was to witness the transformation of young adolescents that came into the program and leave as young adults. I saw them practice preparing to attain their goals and to see them in games putting themselves into competition to show their character and commitment to something they love. That is enjoyable. It is a commonality that sees many of its graduates come back to the community to teach and to coach, to be the team doctor in a great system, allowing them to give back to their communities that gave so much to them. This has been my labor of love and legacy for me. All I take with me is a love of my life and the millions of indelible memories of all that we have shared. But never, ever forget, once a chief, always a chief.
Thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much. Ron Sanfilippo, you are the best, and you are our latest legend for Legends Park, and as you will always be a part of our Caldwell Chiefs family. Thank you all again for being here tonight, and again, congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's 50-50 winning ticket has been pulled. Get your tickets out. The prize tonight is $500. The winning ticket is a green ticket, number 312498. Once again, the winning 50-50 ticket is 312498. Please report to the press box to collect your winnings.